to FBTV. I'm Robert Blanchard. Welcome back to FBTV. I'm Robert Blanch and we're here at AJ Kelly Field for the President's Derby Mud Crab Races. And not only that, but round one catch-up of the Trophy Superstore BPL clash between Peninsula Power and neighbours Albany Creek. The first time these two sides have met in a league match at this level. I'm joined by birthday boy Craig Furigal, president of Peninsula Power, and one of the crabs in tonight's races. Not sure which one, but he's a feisty little devil and he'd love to have a snap at me. Craig, big day here at Peninsula Power for the Prez's birthday derby match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it actually. It's I mean, when we had round one washed out in early March, we thought, well, we've got to reschedule the game. And when it was rescheduled for the 4th of May, I thought, well, it just happens to be my birthday. Why don't we make something special of it? And yeah, an idea from one of our sponsors, Morgan Seafood, decided to donate some mud crabs for us to have a mud crab race. So I thought that was really good. So yeah, and it's all sort of evolved from there. So we're looking forward to it.
It's one of those things, you would have had to have had something here because you're always here. I know that for a fact, so having a party anywhere else wouldn't make any sense. Mud crab races, I like it. Football, I like even more. If this had been played on the first round of the season, it may not have had the same impact that it does today as well, because Albany Creek, equal top, yourselves in 6th. Probably wouldn't have expected that at this time of the season, but it is the case.
Yeah, well done, Albany Creek. I think they've had a fantastic start to the season. But, you know, we've a little bit indifferent, but I think we're starting to get a right balance. And last week against Wolves, we showed that we can certainly match it with the top team, I think, in the competition. So we're really looking forward to today, and I think we should have a good crowd here, good support. And, of course, yeah, with our friends here, the Mud Crabs, we'll be raring to go.
Well, I reckon I might give you a chance. There's got to be some names for these mud crabs tonight, I'm sure. Whoever's calling it's going to have something to call them by. So can you run off some of the names of tonight's entrants?
Well, the one you've got in your hand just happens to be the Moonham and Nichols Sideways Crusher. We've got the Blues Brothers Buck, and that's our supporter group at the south end. We've also got the City League Creeper. The Wobbly Bums, which is our ladies' social team. That's Beaches and Cream. Davey McDiamond, he's the Diamond League coach. It's the Davey McDiamond Claws. And, of course, the Jock Kelly Mauler, my favourite one.
Okay. So Jock Kelly Mauler, Prez's on that. Maybe we should all throw a couple of slow ones, if we were to bet that was, of course. Yeah. And it's by way of auction and then by way of race. Yes,
we're going to have an auction, so we're going to have the opportunity for the owners to buy a crab, and then obviously we'll be donating the prize money back into the winners of the race. And yeah, no, we're just here to have fun, and I think it should be really good.
Well, I'd like to thank you for chatting to us. I know you're really busy. I'm going to let you get back to the 101 jobs you've got to do prior to kick-off, and I'm sure we'll see you throughout the game and throughout the night.
All right, thank you.
And we're back before the match. Not only have we had crabs and we've wished the President a happy birthday, we've now got coach of Wolves FC, the successful side from last night in the El Clasico, a 3-0 victory over Rochdale. Sam is going to double up today. He was out here watching the game. I've grabbed him and he's agreed to be an FBTV analyst for the day. Welcome on board, Sam.
Thanks, Blanchard. I don't know about the crabs, but we'll leave that to you.
We'll be talking more about that later in the night, I'm sure.
Yes.
But we're here for the football. Yep. Albany Creek, dare I say, surprise package so far this season. Power, inconsistent, I think would be a fair call.
Well, where Albany Creek are concerned, every year there's always a surprise package, and I think after 6 or 7 games, poor sides aren't lying second. No. So they've got to have something about them. So they're there on merit, and we'll see what today brings. Where Peninsula Power are concerned, if they can play like they did last week, I cannot see them being out of the top 3.
No, they certainly were getting. They certainly got back to it, especially in stages and patches of the game. They got back to what we expect from Peninsula Power, that littered with former professional footballers They play a good style of football. It just hasn't clicked just yet. Do you think that the sending off of Michael Baird will affect the way that Power play today? Do you think them changing? Do you see them changing up because of that?
I don't see them changing up. They have their own style and they're pretty good at it. I think they'll stick to that. I can't see them just changing their style for one particular game. Michael Baird, yes, very, very good player, but they've got a lot of good players here at Power. And I think if they want to win the game as much as they did last week, I just think they'll have too much guns for Albany Creek. But it will be interesting. I've not seen Albany Creek. I think they're only one of the two sides I've not seen in the Premier League. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like, because they seem every game a team can score 2, 3 or 4 against them and they get 3, 4 or 5. Yeah. So they always seem to get one more goal than the opposition every week. So they're scoring goal for fun, but they're also conceding at the other end.
Do you see that as something that, come the end of the season, could be something that may keep them out of the 6 in the long run? Obviously, as you say, no problem with scoring them. But do you see that coming back maybe at the end of the year where games will get tighter? Do you see that may come back to bite them? Well,
there's always games in the year where you don't score. Or you have loads of chances and you might only score 1 or 2. And if they're conceding 2 or 3, then the chances are that somewhere down the line it'll come to bite them. But who knows? They could be scoring goals for fun right up to the end of the season, so it'll be interesting.
I do this with all the analysts, so I'm sure you expect it. A half-time scoreline?
Well, I can only go on last week's game. I would have to go with Peninsula half-time 2-0.
Okay, there we have it. Our surprise football analyst Sam Safe, coach of Wolves FC, 2-0 at half-time. We'll be back at half-time just to see how right Sammy was.
I might have left the building.
The officials for tonight's match are referee Jason Crow and his assistant referees Scott Russell and Joey Lee. We're underway. Love with the ball forward. Butters on the far side. Looks to take on Austin. Gets around his man. Cuts it back. Everyone's missed it. Needham back. Hardest with the ball out. Gets his head up. Here's the call. Rolls it inside. Oh, he's missed Bevan. McNichol. Moon. Heavy touch. Oh, looks to go through the gap. It closes. Free kick to Power on the edge of the box. Hurlin. Early in the match. Hits it. And straight into the hands of a well-positioned Botel Harris. Rolls it out. Bevan forward. Austin rolls it up the park. Needham. Pulls the trigger. Love with the header. Loudon down. Garver back. Power play out quickly. All straight to Ansell though. Clips it forward. Needham! And it's a good save. Down at his feet by Reesby. McNichol. Clips it forward. Gets it back. Again goes forward quickly. Moon. Holden goes down. Gorsey hard in the challenge and shoots. And a good save to his right by Botel Harris. Denies. Hartis. Inside. Ansell. Switches play. Austin. Inside for Bevan. Shoots from distance. Well under his shot. And onto the training paddock behind. Hornby goes up, comes down and ends up with it. Plays a glorious ball through for Needham. And Matt Needham, 1-on-1, drags his shot wide. Again, creep play out well. Hartis gets past Hurlin and Gorsey. Needham in a little bit of space. Clips it into the box. And Garcia couldn't get a good contact on it. Garver forward. Ahern. Moon, Gorsey, better play from the Power. Oh, Gorsey's gone to float that into the top corner. Got it all wrong. Austin keeps it in. Garcia, bundled over by Castledine. Free kick to the Creek. Bevan delivers. Away. Holden forward. Ansell. And again, Bevan shoots from distance, and this time, Reesby has to be alert. Looking for options, Hurlin finds it in Loudon, gets around Holden, delivers it into the box, and the header, oh, it's come off the post. Oh, Ace riding their luck there. Hurlin. McNichol shapes to shoot, changes his mind, rolls it back out. Hurlin floats it to the back post. The header's won, we can't see who it is. It's out for a goal kick. Holden, forward, keeps his run going. Ooh, Loudon's got it. Skips past him. Austin does well. Gorsey slows it down. Garver into the feet of Moon. Dances with the ref. Looks for Loudon, finds him. Hardis, well-timed tackle. Good defending. McNichol. Moon. The coaches combine. Hurlin. Ball forward. Great ball for Loudon. Gets it across the box. And Holden clears it. Hardis collects. Inside. Ansell. Ball into space. Looking for Bevan. Ahern. Good use of the body by Mitch Bevan. Austin inside. Jared. Slides it through. Great ball. It's got the Hornby. Fantastic save at his feet by Reesby. Garcia gets it forward. Castledine pumps it into touch. McNichol. Butters gets around Austin. Oh, well, the ball did. Butters didn't. Could well be a card here, I think, for Jared Austin. Yeah. Complaining about an earlier challenge. It's not going to stop him getting the yellow this time. Moon throws it in. Gets it back. Gets it into the box. No, Butters has come with his head. Brave. Botel Harris come. The ball's cleared out. McNichol with it in. Had it. Lost it. Hardis. Good feet. Bevan. Little bit of space. Looking for runners. Finds one. Great ball. Hornby. Great touch. Gets it back inside. And Austin from distance sees his shot float wide. Love gets it out for Michael Butters wide on the far side. Gets it into the box. Love come. Collision in the box. Botel Harris collects. McNichol out. Hurlin cuts in. Still with it. Rolls it forward. Moon. Loudon back inside. Sorry, Butters. Butters across the box and Botel Harris. Good work. McNichol in space. Gets it forward early. Gorsey. Oh, between the defenders. Loudon changed sides. Gets around his man. Gets around Holden. Toe pokes it across. Botel Harris. Oh, strong hand and had to be there. McNichol. Good win by the coach in the middle of the park. They're clipping it forward. Butters gets it back in. And again, well defended by Albany Creek. Late in the half, short corner. Bevan puts it into the box. It's got a touch. Ooh, Garcia just couldn't get enough on it. Reesby.
Well, we're at the half-time break. 0-0 here in a game where Albany Creek have come to town with some questions about why they're up the top. I think they've shown us why they're at the top with a very good first half performance. Sam, I've been impressed by Albany Creek. Power have come out the tracks, I think, a little slow, especially slower than they came out against you last week.
Yes, Albany Creek have been very solid. They seem well organised, but for 35 minutes, Peninsula's tempo and the pace they played at was so slow. It was completely and utterly different to last week. The last 10 minutes, they've had more crosses, more attempts at goal, and that's because they've played quicker and faster and passed the ball faster. Now, Albany Creek, when they lose it, they try and get everyone behind the ball. And Peninsula, they just keep the ball in their own half and let them get people behind the ball. Now, if they actually played quicker and get it up to Warren Moon in one pass instead of taking 10, 12 passes to get it to Warren, then Albany Creek would be stretched. And like I said, the last 10 minutes they actually played quicker and they were the best team and they had the chances. But yeah, Albany Creek have been pretty good.
Do you see Power will have to come out in the second half and get to the standard of the last 10 minutes? They're going to have to come out with that in their belts and maybe a little bit quicker if they're going to get anything out of tonight's game from where I'm sitting.
Well, same here. If Albany Creek set up the same, then Peninsula Power, to win it, are have to going to play like they did in the last 10 minutes. If they don't, then I can't see them winning. Looking at the game as it is now, I think whoever scores first will win the game. I cannot see 3 or 4 goals in this game to share between two sides. Albany Creek, when they get forward, they don't get that many numbers in the box, and Peninsula seem to always be able to take care of them, and it's the same at the other end. So I just hope that the tempo picks up and maybe the best team win. And up to now, it's been Albany Creek that's had the lion's share, but in the last 10 minutes, Peninsula Power probably had the better of the chances throughout the game.
With those things in mind, are you prepared to give us a score prediction for the end of the game?
Well, after the one I give before the game, don't back my lottery numbers, that's all I can say. Well, all I'll say, whichever team scores, I think the game will finish 1-0.
There we have it. Can't say that I can disagree with what Sam said at half-time. I think 1 goal will actually settle this game tonight, but we'll know more when we're back at the end of the match.
Ball pumped forward. Austin wins it. Castledine with the throw. Loudon. Good ball back for Castledine. Oh, Garcia. Good challenge. Castledine. Good toe. Loudon shoots. Oh, ball bounces just in front of Motel Harris. Butters can't get the ball from under his feet. Now he does. Gets around Hartis. Gets the ball forward. Cut out. Up the park quickly. Hurling in the back of Needham. Free kick ace. Taken early. Cut out by Castledine. Well read. Gets himself into space. Goes past Austin. Loudon turns. Still going. Loudon hits it. Oh, he's hit it all right. He's hit it from 35 metres into the back of the net to give the Power the lead in the 53rd minute. Oh, let's have a look. Spins, turns. Plays away from Austin. Avoids the tackle. Hits it perfectly. Nothing Motel Harris can do about that. Fantastic strike. Oh, good strength from Furigal. They're appealing for a free kick. They've not got it. He's put it across the box. And again, Albany Creek come away with it quickly. Austin. Garcia in the corner. Gets in, goes around Castledine. Oh, Love in. Body check. Out comes the card. Free kick to Albany Creek. Driven into the far post. Headed back across. Ooh, not dealt with well. Austin shot off Love and out for a corner. Ball delivered into the box. The pressure valve let off the home side. Hurling forward early. Gorsey with a good touch. Straight away though. Austin. Hartis still coming forward. Ansell shoots, and Reesby had to be quick. Stop that going into the roof of the net. Throws it straight away. Oh, Hardis put on the ground. Bevan slides it through. Free kick on the edge of the box. Power not happy. Garver not happy. Let's have a look. Ansell over it. Bevan over it. The shot onto George Street. Another wasted opportunity. Ball forward. Ansell. Bevan, great football from the visitors. Bevan again. Needham shoots. Reesby had to be quick. Hurlin. Ahern. Moon does well. Glorious ball. Furigal looking for Loudon, doesn't get there. Hardest slips. Furigal curls his shot. Just can't get it to dip. Ansell forward. Well read and cut out by Hurlin. Loudon slips. Back up. Rolls it out. Butters. Looking for the far post. Botel Harris comes. Gets a touch. Just ahead of Furigal. Hurlin. Drives it into the box. Well defended. Loudon gets a touch. Austin shepherds it out. Bevan. Ball out wide. Rolled back in. Off Loudon. Austin. Damien Austin has a shot! No! It's dipped after it's gone over Reesby. That could have easily ended up in the goal. Moon. Great ball. Hurlin in space. Delivers. Holden with the header. Butters! Doesn't get hold of it. Crawford rolls it back. Mostyn's done well. Hurlin. Again into the box. Ball away. Loudon with another shot. This one goes wide. Renderos. Rolls it for Bevan. Oh, great turn. Has he got support? He trips. Still got it. Head up. Far post. Crawford with the ball back over. And the ball ends up out for a goal kick. Touch from Bevan. Hornby. Gets it back. First time. Garcia. Renderos, I should say. And he's been hit late. And Garver, I think, goes into the book. Needham. Garver, perfectly placed. Gets it started early. Moon slows it down. Crawford's got there first. He's got it into the box. Hornby! Oh, and Love has thrown himself in front of that and stopped that going in. Corner. Swung in. Moon with the header. Ball clipped into the box. Castledine with a good defensive header away. Once again, Austin drops it into the box. Reesby comes. He's not got there. Whistle's gone. Ansell. Needham. Bevan. Still got it. Loses out. Castledine. Anywhere will do. And that's the final whistle, which sees this round one catch-up match end. Peninsula Power 1, Albany Creek 0.
And we're here after the game with Albany Creek coach John Cartwright. John, that's a good game of football from a neutral's point of view. Dominated the first half, maybe the last 10 minutes. Power come hard. Complete role reversal in the second half. Power dominated for 30 minutes, 35, and then you come home with a very wet sail. I think unlucky not to equalise at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think we can be disappointed not taking anything out of tonight. I think the boys worked hard enough to, at least deserve a point out of that. credit to Power, they put their chance away. One shot, one goal. We had 3 one-on-ones and don't score, so that costs games. Simple as that.
For mine, you made a big statement here tonight. There's still punters running around saying that, you know, your bubble will burst, your bubble will burst. Anyone that comes to Peninsula Power and competes as you did tonight and goes away with a 1-0 loss is not pretending. You deserve to be where you are purely based on the fact that you've won the games that have been put in front of you.
Yeah, look, we've had a pretty easy run in the start of the season. You know, nothing against the lower teams, but you know, we've come away with the points there, and you know, they're still sitting on the bottom of the ladder without, you know, many points. So yeah, we've had an easy run to start with, but you know, we've been getting better and better the way we play. I was a bit upset that we didn't get to play Lions, because I think all the boys were really fired up for that, because we were already written off before we even started the game. At least there were some people thinking we might got a point out of tonight. Yeah, might have been a different situation on that game, but I'm happy with tonight's game. You know, the boys are pretty annoyed that they didn't take anything out of it, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a game that you got to score goals in, and we didn't.
Plenty of positives to take to the training park, and as you say, you must be happy with where the squad's sitting. There must be a good confidence level inside the camp, and I'm assuming that the dressing room is very good. Got a lot of players that have played at this level before, not necessarily together. Put a new side pretty much out on the park as opposed to last year. Still sitting in that second, third spot after 8 rounds. I think that if you can maintain it, there's no reason why you won't have yourselves in at least a top 6 spot come the end of the season.
Yeah, look, obviously we're the new guys on the block, and you know, we were hoping to be in the top 6, you know, or on the edge of it at least this year. It's a development year for us. You know, we plan to obviously look forward to the future, and this is our first taste of it, and we plan to be here for a long time to come. The boys that have come together, yes, there's not a lot of them to play together. There's probably 4 or 5 ace boys that have come through. You know, brothers are coming back. The Austins playing together. You know, you know, to their credit, they've all gelled quite well after 4 or 5 games. And now, yeah, we're obviously seeing the rewards of that, the way that they're sitting on the ladder.
Speaking with victorious coach of Peninsula Power tonight, Warren Moon, after their 1-0 victory over second-placed Albany Creek here at the President's Derby night here at AJ Kelly Field. Warren, not the best performance, I'm going to state that, but 3 points in the bag, and a much-needed 3 points at that.
Yeah, you're right, much needed, and it was 3 points, but it was certainly very disappointed with the performance. We were average, and you know, we just had a good chat after the game about that performance. And look, it's a win, but you know, if we want to achieve anything this year, it's performances like that aren't going to get us anywhere close. So,
but it's one of those things. It's an old cliche. If you can play poorly and still get points, it leads you on to when the side does click. And I don't think you're far off it. I think we had this conversation last year at some stage as well. The side's not far off it. It just, for whatever reason, isn't quite clicking at the moment.
Yeah, look, we're not far off it. And, you know, I hate to make excuses about injuries and whatnot, but, you know, to be fair, we've struggled to get a settled side in the park since the Silver semi-final. I mean, that after that night, we had 5 or 6 out. And it's just been a revolving door with players in, players out. And there's just no continuity, no consistency. And tonight, you know, we're starting to get players back, and whatever condition they're in at the moment, it's not 100%. And, you know, like we were lucky tonight, let's be honest. We didn't play well. They had chances at the end. We had chances to kill the game, but we didn't take them, and we put ourselves under real pressure by some very poor football.
As you say, players coming back, in particular, I suppose, Sean Furigal has been through a long absence through injuries. Prior to that, I think he was the leading goal scorer. So he was out there today, looked short of a gallop. It's been a long time, but good things to come. Yeah,
he's had 45 minutes in 2 years, and like before that he was leading goal scorer in the BPL, so you know, we're really excited, and we hope you're excited because you get to say his name if he does score a goal. So
it does come off the tongue quite nicely.
It does, doesn't it? So we hope he can start scoring again, and touch wood, he pulls up after today fine, and there's no recurrences of the pain he gets in his knee. Betty should be back, and you know, like it's more just getting boys 100%. You know, we've had a few boys for a couple of weeks now playing not 100% carrying knocks, and you know, I think to be honest, it showed with the way we've played. We've been very slow, immobile across the park, and you know that hurts in this league because there's lots of very pacey, mobile sides, and we need to be able to match that.
And there we have it. 1-0 to Peninsula Power against Albany Creek here at AJ Kelly Field. Sam, you predicted 1-0. You said whoever scored first, in your opinion, would go on and win it. Power did, but I'll say the last 10 minutes they hung on, and they hung on desperately to a very, very strong finishing Albany Creek side.
Yeah, well, I've just spoke to Warren now. I thought Peninsula dominated the second half. I thought the shape was a lot better when Warren went back into midfield, and I thought they were in complete control. And it's like anything else, when you're looking for that win to get your season back on track, it's what's called a nervous win. They could see the finishing line, and they thought, oh Christ, it's about 8 minutes to go, and they started panicking. But really, apart from one good chance I think Matt Hornby had, which was going in,
very much so.
Yeah.
I think it was Ryan Love got a part of the body on it, threw himself out.
Yeah, he did. It's a great defending save. But I thought the second half was they were in complete control, Peninsula.
Very much so. Had chances to actually kill the game off. Didn't take them. But as you say, in this nervous period they're in at the moment, that tends to happen. And Creek will consider themselves unlucky. I know that Coach John Cartwright is probably just a little bit dirty they didn't come away with something tonight. They've been in good form, and I think they've made a statement to the rest of the league that we are legitimate. We've come to AJ Kelly Park. We've lost 1-0. Could have gone away with the draw. And I think that even though they have played, as John put, some of the easier sides in the league, they've proven it against the better sides as well. They're more than competitive.
Yeah, I know they come out, and I just spoke to him out there that they played the easy sides. It doesn't matter. You still got to win.
You still got to win.
They've got the points on the board, and I think they were lying second or third. I can't remember.
Second place.
Yeah, second place. So poor sides don't lie second. If they were
not
playing,
after 8 rounds.
Not after and they're a good side, and I think come the end of the season they'll be somewhere around the top 6. They're a very well organised side, but like I said, I think tonight, if I take the game, I think Peninsula probably just about shaded it on chances in 90 minutes. And Albany Creek's go away, thinking they deserve a point, but I think they've got their credibility intact.
Very much so. I think they've done a lot for the credibility. They made a huge statement here tonight, I believe.
Yep, they did very well.
Well, I'd like to thank you for helping me out tonight. One of those classic, oh, there's Sam. Let's see if I can't get something here. And I have. And, well, that's it. We end this Saturday. I'm going upstairs because the mud crab races are on soon. And I'm pretty big on that sort of thing, as you would have told from the intro. So we'll see you tomorrow when the cameras will be out at Heath Park for their round 1 catch-up clash with Capalaba Bulldogs.
Good night, and good night, William.